to another episode of The Relationship Theory. Here we take difficult emotions and we talk them out like a regular conversation. Tonight, you know how you define things. You know. And the reason why this is a difficult emotion is because as you grow older and you grow older and you continue growing older, a lot of the things in your life that have been constructed for you to be convinced you're living one is based off of definitions. Many of them that were given to you, many others you have chosen for yourself. And as you grow older, you learn how to deconstruct things you have defined and to construct things you have also desired to design, to define. That is where this topic comes in today. You know how you define things. It's the reason why you live the way you live, and you must. When you look around you, not everyone is so ready and willing to tell you what it is that they use to define their lives. And yes, definition, the habit of defining things, comes from a tool that you use, like a pen, like a utensil, a writing utensil. It could be something that isn't even a tool you use to write things, by the way. That should be your first clue to how you define things. You know how you define things because you know what you use, what you rely on for your reality, to paint that picture of a definition for you, to see things clearly, to bring things into perspective and enlighten you on your path, on this journey of life that you live. You know the words you use that help you define the things that you define. You know the breaths you take that help you define the breaths you take that allow you to know you're living a life. You know the things that you look towards, that you look for, that you look after, that help you define your life and govern it by that way. You know these things, that this is why you live the way you live. This is why you do what you do on a daily basis. Where it comes in, though, when things get difficult, is when you have to, like I stated before, deconstruct these things and have to construct these things. There are so many things in life that you must construct and deconstruct as a mode of defining your life. When life happens to you fast, it might be because there are things that you haven't defined that needed deconstruction. When life happens to you really slow, it might be because so many things in your life have been defined appropriately in their proper places. And you know what you're experiencing moment by moment, second by second, minute by minute, breath by breath, blinking eyelash by blinking eyelash. You know the pace you take. You know the paces. You know the steps. You've defined them for yourself. You know how you define things. It's one of the main frame things that come with living this life. It's also what allows you to communicate with other people. You're using definitions, you're trading definitions, you're using observation, you're using tools. Like I stated before, tools don't have to be a utensil. They could be the things that you see. They could be the things that you do to build your sense of trust within yourself that you are defining what you're defining, and the mode by which you are defining what you're defining. Some people use art. Some people use interior designing. Some people use beauty, some people use nature, some people use cooking, some people use music, some people use conversation, some people use community, camaraderie, conversation, connection, communication, the 3 hashtags of the relationship theory. Some people use these things. Some people use film, photography. Some people use reflection, self, reading, writing. All of these things are brilliant ways as you, as a human being, go about living the life that you want to live. There are so many options to defining what you're defining. There are so many options and ways that you use to define what you define. Even the process of deconstruction when it comes to definition and defining, as well as the construction of definition and defining. Even those processes in themselves are a part of life. It's called transition. And you use these things. You know how you define them. You know how you transition from one construct to another construct. It's like driving a car. It's like painting a picture. It's like singing a song. All of these things are beautiful ways in which we as human beings define things in our life. And it is the mode of communicating those things to one another as we live this life. That is what makes up living life. So go ahead, keep on defining things. It's your only right. It's only right that you do. That's this episode of The Relationship Theory. Enjoy your night.